Okay.
Hello, Facebook friends, YouTube viewers, and viewers from around the world. This is Terry here with What Moves You. I'm here with New Orleans author Brian W. Smith. Say hi to the people, Brian.
Hello, people. What's going on?
Brian Smith is the author of the Sleepy Carter series. And this is special because it is one of very few African-American mystery series with an African-American detective at the lead. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I wanted to do something. I wanted to write a series where there was a Black mystery character. So he's a combination of Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, and all these different characters in the mystery genre of the series. He is all those things rolled into one, but I wanted to add a little New Orleans seasoning and flavor to it. So he's actually a homeless man, but he's the smartest person in the room.
I really appreciated when I met Sleepy Carter at the beginning of the text, when, after you've met the other detectives and then Sleepy Carter appears on the scene, I appreciated how much he reminded me of a veteran before you ever said that
A veteran?
He reminded me of a veteran, the bag that he carried, the way that you introduced him, and gave me the impression before you ever said who he was, of how important he was, even though he was in the situation he was in. How are you able to connect to that dynamic as a writer?
Well, I'm an Army veteran, 10 years. So I think that they're, the whole duffel bag, that probably came from my background. But Sleepy Carter to me reflects a lot of people. And there are a lot of homeless people. They weren't always homeless. People don't choose to be homeless. Everyone has a background. So I thought it would be cool to write a character where on the surface he looks like someone that most of society would ignore.
Right.
But he has a background, and the truth of the matter is he's brilliant. Circumstances have forced him that way.
Yes.
I wanted Sleepy Carter to also be a character that was flawed. So if you read the series, you know that he has a major flaw. His flaw is that he killed someone and he ran from his problems, but guilt got the best of him. And he decided that he was going to come clean about what he did. It just so happens the couple he killed, their child is now an adult and happens to be a detective. So
complicates things. Complicates things, doesn't it?
I'm sorry?
It complicates things.
It does. Yeah, I like to write complicated characters. I don't like cookie cutter characters. So on the backdrop of Hurricane Katrina, where a lot of people were displaced, the department just assumed Sleepy Carter was either killed by someone he put in jail or died in the floods.
Right.
When in fact he just became a member of this subculture and was watching everything that was going on from afar. So I wanted to create this, I wanted to have a series character where the Black man was the star.
Yes.
But I thought it would be intriguing if you had this dual plot, and that is that he's mentoring the person whose parents he killed.
Yes.
The reason why she's a detective is to finally solve her parents' unsolved case.
Yes.
And to add a third layer onto it, I thought it would be interesting if no one knows he's alive but her.
And it is interesting. I also wanted to applaud a couple of things. Your incorporation of the history of New Orleans and the current state of New Orleans, including Hurricane Katrina, some of the great landmarks there, some nuances about the streets and the area. I mean, I think that is so naturally interwoven that, for me, I'm able to get into that scene, even though I was never born there.
That was the plan. That was the plan. I wanted this series. This is my literary baby. I've written 20-something novels, but anyone who knows me will tell you that if I had to stop writing tomorrow, I would still write the Sleepy Carter mysteries because it's my baby and it is my vision one day for this to be on television. So along with the intricate plot, I thought it would be great. I mean, what's the use of being from a city as culturally rich as New Orleans, born and raised, if I'm not going to use it? So I decided to name every book in the series after something that's uniquely New Orleans.
Yes.
So the first book, The Audubon Park Murder, anyone who's been to New Orleans knows that the biggest park in New Orleans is called Audubon Park. It's where, if you ever see the scenes of the streetcars riding down St. Charles Avenue, Audubon Park is the park that they're riding in front of. So anyone who's been to New Orleans knows of Audubon Park. And every book in the series has a New Orleans theme. The second book is called The Murder in the Quarters.
Mm-hmm.
The third book is called Passe Blanc, which is in New Orleans, that's called Passing for White.
Yes.
So, and the fourth book, which comes out later this year, is called Coffee, Beignets, and Murder.
Yes.
So I got about 10 books in this series lined up, and each book has its own, it also has the continuing plot between Sleepy and Lizzie.
Of course.
But you also have the uniqueness of the titles are named after something unique in New Orleans.
Yes.
And I try real hard to make the readers feel like they're walking the Crescent City streets.
Yes.
And the biggest compliment, one of the biggest compliments has been, I've actually had readers, I had one reader go to New Orleans for summer vacation, went to Audubon Park and took a picture next to Audubon Park and sent it to me. I thought that was so cool.
Yes.
Because they had never been there, and after reading Sleepy Carter, they made it a point on their vacation to find Audubon Park.
Yes. Yes, I agree 100% that reading these descriptions inspires you to go and stand in the positions from which we assume you're looking into them. So that's a high credit to you.
Thank you.
I think a second high credit to you is how comfortably you weave in and out of elevated language and regular language. I mean, your descriptions of even the sunshine, they kind of border onto that type of Agatha Christie, Sherlock Holmes type description, but they don't go so far that they'll lose your average reader. It's important for us as writers, to be able to be beautiful and relatable. And
I take the craft seriously.
Yes.
When I'm not writing, I'm a professor of creative writing at a couple of colleges here in Dallas. So I take the craft of writing seriously. So prose need to sound like you know what the heck you're doing.
Yes.
Your prose need to sound like someone who didn't just wake up one day and say they want to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I thank you for the compliment because I take the craft of writing seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of time writing.
Yes.
When I'm not writing, I'm teaching writing. So I believe my writing should reflect it.
Amen.
I'm not the same writer in 2018 that I was in 2005 when I started.
So I want to reemphasize the fact that there are at least 10 of these darlings coming out. You're going to release number 4.
Number 4 is Coffee, Beignets, and Murder.
Okay, and when is that one coming out?
I'm hoping to get it out before Christmas.
Okay, lovely. And then there's 6 after that, or there are 10 after that?
No, there's 6 after that. We have Coffee, Beignets, and Murder I'll be writing. Next year will be the Mardi Gras Massacre.
Okay.
And after that, it will be Deadly Gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
And after that is One Dead Jazz Man.
Well, I don't want you to tell them all.
But that's the titles. Every book, I want people to look forward to the titles. I'm not going to tell the plots, but the titles, there is a deliberate attempt to tether the titles to my hometown.
Of course. And I'm able to perceive that just from what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to show the cover. This is the Audubon Park Murder. This is Sleepy Carter book number 1, right?
Yes.
And these can be found on Amazon. You see, I got mine on my Kindle. How much is the Amazon copy?
That one, I think it's actually, I got to go check. It's been a minute, but they're all under $4.99. I think that one, since that book is at this point 6 years old.
Yes.
But
still good. Still good.
Good. It lasts $2. I think it's $2.99, between $2.99 and $4.99.
Okay, brilliant. So people, you can get your copy of the Sleepy Carter series. Support this series. It's an important series for our culture, not because it's just a good series because it's got a Black lead, but it's well written.
Thank you.
It's good mystery reading. It really, really is. So I hope people will go out and buy it. And
you will not guess the endings. That's for sure. Trust me.
All right, that's a promise.
The classic whodunit.
That's a promise. Is there anything else you want to throw out there? Well, I've got you on.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank you first and foremost for having me on.
Sure.
I want to encourage everyone to go out there to Amazon, buy them. They're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
They're good reading. If you just learned of it, you got 3 books to catch up on before the 4th comes out.
Mm-hmm.
They're standalone mysteries, but the underlying relationship thread between the characters that flows from each book.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be a climactic ending at book 10 with their relationship, but each mystery is a standalone mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you'll be able to enjoy the mysteries and also become engulfed in the tension between their relationship. My website is www.authorbrianwsmith.com, and you can follow what's going on in my world on there. I'm also out there in all the social media platforms, so reach out to me.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for loving New Orleans.
Big Easy, baby, for life.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
All right. See you later.